Hello, my name is Angela Williams Nash. I am the technology lead teacher at John L. Costley Middle School in East Orange, New Jersey. Welcome to this overview of the New Jersey Student Learning Standards, Computer Science and Design Thinking, 8.1.8, Algorithms and Programming. Computer Science Core Concept 8.1.8, Algorithms and Programming is designed to teach students how algorithms are translated into programs or code that provide instructions for computing devices. The main goals of this standard is to ensure that students 1. Design, illustrate, use, select, and/or modify algorithms that solve complex problems using flowcharts and/or pseudocode. 2. Identify, describe, create, and delineate clearly named variables to represent different data types and perform operations on the variables. 3. Design or improve a program that contains different data types to control structures, including loops, nested loops, and compound conditionals. 4. Decompose or break down large, complex problems into smaller subproblems in order to improve the program or facilitate the design, implementation, and review of programs. 5. Identify and create procedures to organize code and make it easier to reuse. 6. Test, improve, and refine a solution that meets the user's needs by incorporating feedback from team members and users. 7. Design and improve programs by incorporating existing code, media, and libraries, and give attribution. And 8. Document the program's life cycle in order to make it easier for others to follow, test, and debug. People new to computer science will find the standard challenging. It requires expanding one's vocabulary and learning how to code. Unlike other standards that discuss devices, networks, and their impact, this one requires the creation and execution of an actual program that is designed to solve a problem. Success depends on collecting and developing an arsenal of examples of algorithms and focusing on one tool, app, or programming language to teach at a time. The good news is that there is plenty of help and resources available to you. The following recommendations are proposed to prepare to teach Core Concept 8.1.8, Algorithms and Programming. 1. Download the NJSLS standards and read just this part. Focus on the material needed now. Save the rest for another day. 2. Talk to your supervisor and request training. 3. Use the QR code shown to bookmark the Montclair State University K-12 Computer Science Education website. Teacher resources are just a few clicks away. 4. Create posters for a technology word wall that include key vocabulary, directional terms, and flowchart symbols. Montclair State University has word walls organized by grade band and core concept. Use the QR code to access this free resource. 5. Generate an age-appropriate playlist of YouTube videos that explain what an algorithm is and how they work. Locate or develop and illustrate algorithms that are linear, repetitive, contain a loop, and contain conditional statements. 6. Provide opportunities for students to learn and practice how to take a complex problem, like long division for example, and break it down into smaller, more manageable subproblems. 7. Select one resource to learn and use with your students. Scratch, Khan Academy, and Code.org are a few good choices. Obtain fluency with one resource or programming language before expanding to others. And 8. Provide opportunities for students to create programs that solve a specific problem. Such projects should require students to document the program's development, including its purpose, design, the incorporation of existing code, media, and libraries, the needs of the user, and feedback generated through testing and debugging. Scaffolding for students as they move from grade 6 to grade 8 comes down to the development of 3 key skills. 1. The creation of reusable algorithms. 2. The use of variables and control structures in the code. And 3. Thoroughly documenting the life cycle of the program or code. You have 3 years from grade 6 to grade 8. Develop a plan that targets what skills will be covered at each grade level so that all materials are covered by the end of 8th grade. Below is one way to scaffold the material for 6th and 7th graders. 1. Take a step back in 6th grade and assess 5th grade knowledge. You may have to review material from the 3 to 5 grade band before moving up. 2. Select the resource you will use to teach coding and learn it. 3. Expose students to vocabulary words, flowchart symbols, data types, the function of variables in the computer science realm, control structures, debugging, and pseudocode. Begin with a few words and examples, adding on until all material has been covered. 4. Use entry and exit tickets to check for understanding. 5. Begin with simple algorithmic models before moving on to complex ones that incorporate flowcharts and pseudocode. And 6. Do 1 or 2 short, simple coding projects first. This will enable you to walk students through all aspects of a project, including the identification of the initial problem to be solved, the documentation process, testing, debugging, user feedback, and implementation. By the beginning of 8th grade, students should have at least 3 years of experience designing and evaluating algorithms and writing code. Grade 8 is our last opportunity to ensure readiness for the rigors of a high school computer science course. Scaffolding for the 8th grade is inclusive of 6th and 7th grade recommendations with the following additions. 1. Spend an equal amount of time on the creation and debugging of complex algorithms that combine different data types and control structures. 2. Improve a coding project's design by incorporating existing code, media, and libraries. 3. Make sure students give attribution by identifying the author or source of written material and code used in a program. And 4. Document the life cycle of complex programs to make them easier for others to follow, test, and debug. This concludes our review of the CS 6-8 core concept 8.1.8 Algorithms in Programming. I hope you are excited to begin this journey with so many other teachers throughout the state of New Jersey. Most importantly, breathe. Do not stress yourself out. You will get better with planning, practice, and time.